Welcome to the Dreamy chapter, your quiet sanctuary in a noisy world. Here, we share classic stories to help you relax, unwind, and drift into a peaceful sleep. Tonight, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the story of Thomas Edison guide you to dreamland. The story begins in the small town of Milan, Ohio. It was a sleepy afternoon in late autumn. The sun was hanging low in the sky, casting long, soft shadows across the fields. Everything was bathed in a warm, golden light. Young Tom, who was only 6 years old, walked slowly towards the big, red barn behind his house. The barn was his favorite place in the whole world. It was a sanctuary of silence. When he stepped inside, the air changed. It smelled of dry hay, sweet oats, and old wood. It was a comforting, earthy smell that made him feel safe. Tom stood still for a moment, letting his eyes adjust to the dim light. He could see thousands of tiny dust motes dancing in the shafts of sunlight that pierced through the wooden walls. They floated lazily, up and down, like tiny stars in a wooden galaxy. It was so quiet that he could hear his own steady breathing. In and out, in and out. Tom climbed up the wooden ladder to the hayloft. The hay was soft and prickly, creating a natural cushion. He moved carefully, trying not to make a sound, as if he were guarding a precious secret. In the corner of the loft, he had found something special. A goose sitting on her eggs. He had watched her for days. He watched how she sat, perfectly still. He watched her patience. She did not move. She did not play. She simply gave her warmth to the eggs, believing that life would come from her stillness. Tom was fascinated. He wondered, if she can do it, why can't I? When the mother goose left for a moment, Tom did something that only a dreamer would do. He did not steal the eggs. Instead, he gathered some straw to make a soft, round nest for himself. He placed goose eggs and chicken eggs carefully into his little circle. And then, very gently, he sat down. He sat there, wrapping his coat around him like a protective wing. He closed his eyes and focused on the warmth. He felt the heat from his own body traveling down to the eggs. Time seemed to stop. Minutes turned into hours. The sun moved across the sky, changing the light in the barn from gold to a deep, sleepy orange. Tom's legs grew tired, but he did not move. He was practicing the art of patience. He imagined the tiny hearts beating inside the shells. He imagined that he was giving them life, just by being there, just by being quiet. Evening came, and the barn grew darker. The shadows stretched out, covering the hayloft in a blanket of gray. Suddenly, voices were heard outside. His family was looking for him. Tom, Tom, where are you? When his father climbed the ladder and lifted the lantern, he saw a sight he would never forget. There was little Tom, sitting on a nest of broken eggs, his clothes covered in yellow, yolken straw. Most people would have been angry. Most people would have left. But in that moment, Tom looked up with wide, innocent eyes. He wasn't being naughty. He was trying to understand the miracle of life. His father lifted him up, brushing the straw from his hair. The experiment had failed, but the curiosity in Tom's heart was burning brighter than ever. As they walked back to the house, under the canopy of twinkling stars, Tom felt tired but happy. He had learned that to create something, one must have the patience to sit still. One must be willing to wait. And so, the boy went to sleep that night, dreaming of warmth and light. The world was big and full of mysteries. But for now, he was safe in his bed, just like you are safe in yours. Let go of your thoughts, just as Tom let go of the day. Feel the warmth of your blanket. Feel the heaviness of your eyelids. Tomorrow is a new day for new dreams. But tonight is for resting. Good night. Sleep tight.